Here with Owen Polley, who has just been appointed Conservatives campaign manager in Northern Ireland. So I'm just grabbing a few minutes with Owen, where it's on count day, and so everybody's cast their votes. We don't yet know the results. They'll be coming through later on today, I would imagine. So just on the eve of the votes of the election results being known, just grabbing a few minutes with Owen to ask him firstly what is your role within the Northern Ireland Conservatives?
Well, I suppose it's very much a building from the grassroots up exercise at the moment. We're obviously starting from quite a small base, so I'll be trying to increase our membership, increase interest in the party, get a bit of a coherent message across of how national politics might benefit Northern Ireland in the long term. All of those things will fall under my remit, I would imagine.
Would there be any specific plans for the Northern Ireland Conservatives locally that you'll be developing? Or what have you got planned over the next coming months?
Well, I'm hoping to roll out our online presence. Things have sort of fallen a little bit into abeyance after UConf, so hope to get Facebook and the website up and running, and just become a little bit more visible in the Northern Irish media, and make sure that the opinions that we have are getting put across in every format possible. Really,
it's a big job of work ahead. Are you optimistic?
Yes, I always have to be optimistic, or else I wouldn't have taken the job, Jeff. So, I think it's something that has a lot of possibilities, and it's certainly a big responsibility as well. But it's something I'm very eager to get my teeth stuck into and see what we can do.
Sure. I see you mentioned UConf there. How did you see that? Was an experiment last year, which didn't necessarily work. But how did you read the election that's just gone past? How did you feel the local parties performed over the past 6 weeks?
Well, it was a fairly lacklustre affair, and I suppose that would be reflected in the turnout figures, which I think pretty much uniformly they're expected to be quite low. It was, I suppose, in a funny sort of way, the most normal election campaign that we've had in Northern Ireland, and that's perhaps why it failed to capture people's imagination so much, sadly, because we're just really getting used to that kind of new way of looking at politics, and whether that's in some ways a sign of returning to a more healthy outlook, I don't know, but but it's been pretty lackluster and hasn't really captured the imagination, in my opinion.
And just in terms of the Conservative local government campaign over the past number of weeks, were there any moments there that sort of stand out for you, or how do you think that the candidates performed themselves from the Conservative, from Northern Ireland Conservative point of view?
Well, we had quite a short run-up to the campaign. I think bearing that in mind, that the candidates have performed pretty well. There's been a lot of work has gone in, and local government is pretty unglamorous in the scale of election campaigns, but the guys have put everything into it, and be encouraged by that, and our idea would be that would be something good to build on in the future.
Yeah, that's leads on just to the final question. I'm just to ask you where, I suppose, based on having laid down the foundations in this election, where you see the Northern Ireland Conservatives over the next 12 months. Where do you see things going in the longer term?
Well, it's a funny sort of situation, because I suppose there isn't now an election possibly for 3 years' time until the European poll. So again, as I say, it's very much a case of getting the grassroots politics right. I mean, we want to build up a more distinctive brand in Northern Ireland, and make sure that people are aware that the Conservatives are present here and have a distinctive identity. So that's very much the model that we'll be working on over the next 12 months. So, hopefully more members, more publicity, and a higher profile in Northern Ireland politics.
Okay, that's brilliant. Well, thanks very much indeed, Owen. That's Owen Polley, the Conservative campaign manager in Northern Ireland. Thanks very much indeed.